What's up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky Pete here, back with all my predictions for Week 2 in the NFL. Before we get into all of that, though, I'm going to go ahead and say we're going to go live on stream right after this video. We will be playing some Madden 17, maybe getting our subscriber franchises going. That should be a good time, and we're going to stream up until the kickoff time tonight. So come hang out, yell at me for why I didn't pick your team to win this week, or so on and so forth. It should be a good time, guys, and I hope to see y'all there. Now, moving forward with our predictions. If you guys missed the first video, what I am doing is I am going through on Madden each week and forcing a win to the team that I think is going to win. So by the end of the season, we're going to see how wrong I was with all my predictions throughout the year. In week number 1, I went 11-5, and I feel okay about that. 2 of the games that I got wrong were just pretty big upsets. I had the Cardinals beating the Patriots, which I think a lot of people did, without Tom Brady, without Gronk, without those offensive linemen. I think a lot of people were expecting the Cardinals to win, especially if you consider the success that they had last season. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. The Patriots, just one of those teams that I'm not sure you can ever really count out, and they cheated their way to a victory. So, no, I'm kidding, Patriots fans. Calm down. It was a joke as my green screen freaks out. My green screen is pissed. It's like, how dare you talk about the Patriots that way? I don't know. Another game that I got wrong, the Broncos and the Panthers. Very close game. Came down to a last-second field goal. Had a few of those calls gone against the Broncos like they should have, maybe we have a different outcome. I don't know. Either way, the Broncos got the win. Graham Gano missed the field goal, and I am 0 for 2 in that regard. Another game I got wrong, I had the Bills actually beating the Ravens. Did not happen. So 0 for 3. That's my third loss. My other one, I had the Saints beating the Raiders, which is another game that really came down to the wire. Obviously, going for 2, a good call. It worked out for the Raiders, and the Saints were not able to get down the field to kick a field goal in time. So, missed out on that regard. The last game I got wrong, the Colts and the Lions. I had the Colts winning that game, and I continue to put faith in this team, and they continue to lose. Last year, they were one of my predictions of a team that could get to the Super Bowl. Clearly, I was so very wrong in that regard. So maybe it's time I stop putting so much faith in them. This week, the Thursday night game, 8:25, happening a few hours from now. The Jets and the Bills. I am going to go ahead and predict that the Jets get a win here. I really like their defensive line. I like what they're doing there. I don't have faith in Tyrod Taylor yet. I probably should. I know he had an outstanding year last year. I'm just not on that hype train quite yet. They also lost to the Ravens last week, so maybe I'm just a little bit bitter that they made me wrong in that regard. 49ers and Panthers. I said that I'm going to predict the 49ers to win a few games this year. This is most certainly not one of them. I predict a huge blowout. For one, it's difficult for a West Coast team to travel to the East Coast. They typically struggle in those kind of games. I know Chip Kelly has been preparing the 49ers for those situations by holding earlier practices on the West Coast. However, the Panthers are a team that is trying to make the Super Bowl, and they just lost their first game. They are not trying to go down 0-2. They're at home for this one. I expect the Panthers to show up. The Cowboys and the Redskins. This one's going to be tricky. The Redskins' run defense leaves a lot to be desired. I can definitely see Ezekiel Elliott really just having a field day today. Sunday in this game. I don't know. This one's a bit more tough. I don't know how good Dak Prescott is going to do, though, is the big thing. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and predict a Redskins win, but I could see the Cowboys taking this one. Bengals and the Steelers. I'm going Steelers here. They just looked incredible in week 1. They're going to be at home. D'Angelo Williams is filling in very well. I think they're going to get that win. The Saints and the Giants. I predicted the Saints would win week 1. It came down to the wire for them. They're going to be on the road against the Giants. I'm going to give this one to the Giants. I could see this one going either way. You never really can count out Drew Brees. He can have a great game whenever. But I'm going to go with the Giants on this one. Dolphins and the Patriots. I mean, it depends on how the Giants' pass defense stands up, I guess. Dolphins and Patriots, going Patriots, not ruling them out this time. I don't think the Dolphins are good enough to pull off a win in New England. And, you know, the Patriots showed that they can still play without those star players. The Chiefs and the Texans. Gonna go Chiefs, taking a lot of home games this time. Not Chiefs, I'm gonna go Texans. Taking a lot of the home games this time. I don't know, though. Alex Smith, you know, has been playing well. I don't know. This one, I think, is going to be pretty close, but I am going to go Texans. I think that home field advantage, their defense, so on and so forth. But Brock Osweiler really needs to step it up. Titans and the Lions. Again, going to go with the home team here and take the Lions in this one. I just do not have faith in the Titans yet. Ravens and the Browns. Gotta go the Ravens. I'm probably not going to predict the Browns to win many games, if any. And it's not that I think they're not going to win a game. I don't think they're going to go 0-16. But I think it's just much safer to bet against them in most weeks. The Seahawks and the Rams. Seahawks, not even close. You know, the thing is, the Rams actually played the Seahawks very, very well. You know, I know they beat them last year, but this Rams team just looked terrible in week 1. You know, the Seahawks are out to prove something. They didn't look good either. Seahawks did not have a good game. They barely won. But I think they're going to try to prove a point here. But the Rams, you know, they're doing their home opener in LA. So it's interesting. But I'm definitely going to go Seahawks there. Bucks and the Cardinals. This is an interesting one because the Buccaneers actually looked really good in week 1. Jameis Winston was on fire. I don't know that I like the Bucks defense a whole lot right now, though. And I do expect the Cardinals to rebound a little bit after that week 1 loss. Jags and the Chargers. This is an interesting one, but I'm going to go with the Chargers here. I do think they're probably the better team right now. They have home field advantage. Obviously, the Jags played really well in week 1, just to come up a little bit short, but I think I'm going to go to Chargers on this one. I don't anticipate them blowing another lead like that. Not having Keenan Allen does kill them, though. So that's something to consider. I could see the Jags winning this, but I'm going to go ahead and pick the Chargers. Falcons and the Raiders. Let's see. This is going to be another tough one, but we're going to go the Raiders. We're going to go the Raiders here. I think they're just too good. You know, they're showing that they're making that progress into taking it to the next level. And I expect them to continue that this week. Colts and the Broncos. Got to go the Broncos here. They're playing at home. You know, the Colts, like I said earlier, I just need to stop betting on them because I continuously lose when I do. The Broncos prove that they can still get a win against a very good Carolina Panthers team. So that's going to be our selection this week. The Packers and the Vikings. Going to go with the Packers here. You know, the Vikings have a great young defense. They have a good running game. But the Packers still have Aaron Rodgers. And I know he didn't have an outstanding week 1. He looked great in the first half. Really not a whole lot in the second half. But it's still Aaron Rodgers, and I'm going to bet on him over Sam Bradford. Let's see. Eagles and the Bears for Monday Night Football. Going to go with the Bears here. So we're taking a lot of home games this week. Again, I went 11-5 last week, hoping to make up for it this time. Do a little bit better. We'll kind of see how things go. But that's going to be it for the Week 2 predictions, guys. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Again, I am going to be going live right after this video is posted. So if you're watching this shortly after the race, I'm going to go live up until about kickoff of Thursday Night Football. And I hope to see you guys there. Later.